staging, and nothing printing. Okay, profile requirements are there. Okay. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can go ahead with that one. Yeah.
So from the wizards, I just selected the create transform and started running. It's taking quite a time. In parallel, Akhil, you can also start running the create transform. It's fine. Let's see, it's still running. It won't take more than 30 seconds usually. Okay, 12 notebooks running on this cluster. No, 12 notebooks attached to 12 notebooks are running. Anyone running create staging? Because I think it will load the cluster too much, because we have already 12 notebooks running over this cluster, and just want to use this cluster because it has our latest libraries. So just wanted to check if anyone in parallel.
You can interrupt.
Most of them are running by me.
Okay.
I will help you soon. Can you scroll down a little bit? I have something running since yesterday, but it shows that it's already done. The last one.
This one? SPT identity.
This one is running by me.
Okay. Can you interrupt it from your side, or do I?
Yeah, I can. It's fine. Even I can also detach it from here. At least it will interrupt the run.
So we need to run again all the things.
Yeah, in parallel. No, it will just interrupt the command which you which is running. Can you stop? I think so many are running with your name Shipra, like
yeah.
Because in parallel you started for multiple tables, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, so please stop because it's loading the cluster.
Okay.
See, after I stopped it, at least now it's bit. Okay, I think this only you wanted to know. I'll just expand this so that everyone will see the and sources entities correctly. So let me take this list of tables.
From where I can say have to stop?
Now you have to open your notebook and interrupt from there.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm just taking the list of tables which is required for role. Okay, bundle requirements. What I'll do in the sources entities, what all the dependent tables which is required for our curation layer, which are mentioned, I'll just select those. One is bundle requirements, which from the staging. So I'm make sure we select it from the staging. And then bundle. Is it just bundle and profile? From staging, we have this profile, staging profile constraints, application. Fine, right? You were mentioning this identity is a use, or it's fine, right? Selecting this table as well.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
We are just selecting specific thing within the table.
Application. What is the table name? SPT underscore application. Okay, but I don't see this. It's only there in the raw, but not in the staging. SPT application.
I think the application one, this is what you showed us as an example.
And SPT identity as well, I don't see.
I didn't see BMT. Yes, this one, the first one. Yeah.
No, yeah, staging one, yeah.
Yeah, staging, yeah, this one.
Okay, SPT application, I think it is pushed to staging. It's already in curated, but not there in the staging. For now, I'll skip this table. Once it is there in staging, I think we can create a sheet. I'll just mentioning so this we are pushing it in curated, and this is full replace. And target entity name, I'll just mention roles assigned. Okay. So it's generating the preview. So this is the preview generated, and in the source you can also verify these are the source tables which we have selected. Okay, bundle requirement, identities, SPT bundle. These are the tables. I'll just create. Okay, back to the charts, the view curated, transform, roles assigned. Okay, this is the generated code out of the 5 source entities what we have selected in the wizard. Okay, and so in the source section, if you come, you can already see these are the source system and the tables which we have selected. So this is where we need to write our transformations, and here is the section where we can select the required attributes. Initially, I'll just run the empty run. Okay, now let me go back to this. So these are the column names which you need. Business role name, role disabled. So target should have these attributes, if I'm not wrong, right? The final target.
Yes. So the attribute name will be in the target as name and so on, name, disable, extended one, extended two, and so on. As business rule name, this is what we wish to have, like for an easy understanding and so on.
So we can take this attribute name, business role name, role disabled, right?
This is what we want to achieve,
Yeah.
but in the target it will be name as name or disable and so on, and extended
Oh.
one, extended two. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You can see, yeah, this one, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
This is how it's presented in the target.
Okay. Let me try if I can able to print. And take these columns from the source bundle requirement staging. A is SPT bundle. I'm just taking the attributes from the source. The source name is suppose SPT bundle. So this is the table name SPT underscore bundle and A. So this is coming from this table. I'm just printing the attributes from this table. Okay, what is the source system? SPT bundle is this one. Source SPT bundle staging. Let me try if this is working. Okay, it's working. So it will list out all the attributes from here. So let me see which one is taking. I'll just directly copy paste that line. Now from here it's taking a dot name. Do we have a name column here? I don't see a name at least.
Yes, there is the attribute name here. Yes, this one. Yeah, yes.
Okay, sorry.
Yes.
So this I'll just take it attribute and then paste it in my target. So this makes our job simple. Framework provides this. Yeah. Isn't it not copied? You can also write, but so it's not pasting.
Definition of entity is our target entity.
Yes, exactly. This is your target entity, and this is your source. You are reading source, and you want columns which you want in the target. You will mention here, and the transformation part you will do in this cell. The data transformation. There are some transformations I see in this file. Suppose yeah. So these are some transformations. Create XML or right. So these you can do
Yes.
at the transformation layer.
Sure.
Okay. So if you want to make in your target any of the key to the primary key, or if you want to define as the key column, then there is a flag. You can set is key. If you set is key is equal to true, then that column acts as a primary key. If it is not required, then you can just remove it. So this is what all the columns coming from this. Let me check. Disabled, extended, there are 4 columns coming from this table. I'll just paste it once. Disabled, and then extended 1 and extended 2. Okay, again this is from the same table, but IT role name, it is there's nothing but a name. Okay, so you can make it as IT role name since it is coming from the same table as a self step, but in the transformation, yeah, F table F SPT application, I'll leave it for now. These transformations we need to search how to do it in the Python or how to do it in the PySpark, which you can search it. So I'm not applying any transformations for now.
Sure.
I'm just showing you. Yeah.
Yes, sure.
G display name is coming from the different table. Is the table name? G is a SPT identity. I'll just go back. SPT identity. So I'll just change it and take the date. Okay, I just change that source table, and you can just copy the required columns from that source, which is display underscore name and email. This is nothing but a name, display name. This is a display underscore name is a different attribute, but here I see as a name. Email we have it, but name is again display underscore name. Is the name okay? Display name is the different column. Okay.
Yes.
And I'll just do these two. Just take this and paste it in the entity definition. I'm just making it a format. IT role name. So
You're missing the comma.
Yes. Okay, now what I'll do again, since we changed the attributes, right? So for the reference, you can just also change the version so that how it will deploy with this new version.
Okay.
Again, I'll run all above, so it will start running from N1. And this, since we have changed the version, right, so it will deploy this version. So if you not change the version, then it don't recognize the changes and and it will deploy the previous version only.
Okay. So if I do some transformation, so shall I change the version again?
Now if you change any attribute or attribute type, or if you set to any key column, then better to change the version, then it will deploy in our backend as well, the latest version, the latest schema, we can say.
Okay. Schema wise, if we are changing here, then
yes.
Okay, understood.
Now here is the section where you can apply transformation. Now let me just target, right? So these transformations, you need to check it what you have to do, and then apply the transformation and pass it to the target. One thing you have to make sure, whatever the data frame, the final data frame you are passing, the same you will output. So output you have transformation, right? So if you are after transforming, if you are assigning it to different data frame, let's say df, then you have to make sure you have used this df data frame in the output section here.
Okay.
Just like how you do in the SQL, right? If you assign some value to the variable, and the output value should assign to the table, the targeted table, the same way. Okay. And if you can also try with the pandas if you are joining multiple tables, since you are joining here tables, I see, right? So there is a pandas library, you might be aware or you might be knowing, or you can even explore. So there it even gives you can analyze and clean up or do some transformations on the data, which gives the syntax. When you even go through with the net and all, you will find syntax for the pandas chain as well. So you can just convert. Suppose I want to convert now one of the data frame to the pandas, then there is a syntax in the pandas. Df is equal to df dot to pandas. If you convert like this, then the data frame will be converted into pandas, and you will see even the syntaxes to write a joins, and even you can do some transformations and apply on it. There's so many options. It's for transformation part, it's up to you.
So
just a suggestion.
Okay. So the joins are also going to be in this data transformation part.
Yes. Joins are also going to be the data transformation part. That's what the curation layer is specific for. Business logic joins if you are joining multiple tables, and if you are cleaning up the data. So all those come into picture in the curation layer.
Okay. And enrichment is for?
Enrich, suppose there is some nasty data or some data which you don't want, even you can filter some of the data at the enriched layer. Basically it assigns some hash keys internally for us in the backend, but enrich also the layer. If you want to use for your use case, you can make use of it, just to filter out or clean the data again.
Okay. Understood.
Curation is completely for joining and even doing some transformations on the data which you want at the reporting level. Also you can do that.
Okay. Could you please just show me this one or two table to join in this one?
Yeah, sure.
As an example.
You're still able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll just show you in one of the table which we did some joins and all. You can also follow that, or you can.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are the three data frames. Okay, we just joined here. Since it is open for me, that's why I'm showing you. So here you can see we just assigned to one data frame final. This is the syntax. You even find it in the. We are just doing the inner join based on the ID column. So this is the syntax for the join. Okay.
Understood. Inner join or left join.
Yeah, since we are doing with the three tables, and same inner join, and select is the columns which we want to select from joining three tables. So this here, it also gives a syntax for selecting the columns. You can just select, and from which table you want that selection. This data frame is nothing but a table. You can just relate it to table in SQL and then join, same way, but only the slide syntax is different here. That's it. Similar way when you did it here, right? So you can try joining. Yeah, so let me convert it into the pandas. Let me say df1. Now they can see this is the
Okay.
so it already shows that. Okay, you just need to select and it will just convert it into the pandas. So whenever you do some transformation, right, you will assign it to some table. How you do so, kind of a variable, or you assign, and then further now this data frame is converted into pandas. Now you will be using this data frame next, right, as in the joining. Now when I suppose now I converted here 2 of the data frames into pandas, df2. Let me take bundle staging. I have taken it SPT profile staging dot to pandas. df1 and df2 are the data frames which converted into the pandas. Now in the df3 is equal to df1 dot join. Let me also see the syntax. Joining column here to these two tables. Bundle staging and profile staging. What is the joining column? Okay, this and profile. C and D is joined. Okay, based on ID and bundle ID. But you make sure the same attribute is available. That's what, yeah. This is the, yeah. df1 dot, think it should list out the attributes. cu underscore id is not listing it. Wait. Copy this syntax. Okay, id is the last. Not sure this is the coming from column. df2 dot, which is joining with in your case it should be some bundle ID or something. Let column is there. Okay, this is the one, this is the column, bundle ID and join with inner. Okay, then dot select. So I just want to select few columns out of it. Maybe I'll just select two columns, df1 dot. I am just selecting some sample columns. Okay. And df2 dot application, something with this. Okay. When I run this, can only compare identically labeled series objects. Okay, df2 dot df1 id, df2 dot id select. So it's some mismatch between these two, df1 dot id, df2 dot bundle id. Okay, maybe the data type issue between these two. If in this case there are, again, if you see any data type issue between the attributes, right, there are functions to cast your data types as we do in SQL, right? It's a similar way, and after converting it to the pandas, or if you want to do it in the PySpark as well, there are the functions for casting. So you just need to try and do the casting and then use that casted column here. So right now since it clearly says even the framework that compare identically labeled series objects, means there is some mismatch between these two.
Understood.
Okay, so and then this whatever you do the transformation, right, I will just inform, right, so you have to use the same data frame at the end so that you will get the right output at the end. So this is holding now the join. So if you want to if you want the data of this join, then you can at the end, then you can just push this here. Target is just a placeholder. Okay, it's a placeholder name just given from the framework, so you can change it to your final output.
Understood.
Final output data frame. Yeah. So this is how you can, whatever the source tables which require, right, you can select those and then create it and then do transformations and push it to your target layer. Here you can push it to even serving. Since I pushed it to the curated, right, you can push it to the serving after doing the changes. And from the serving layer, you can create it on Power BI. You can connect it to the Power BI.
Understood.
Yeah.
Could you please go very top part of this?
Okay.
I want to see those parameters. First, I need to pass. On very top, on there where we, okay, not this, here it's already defined. So
yeah, create transform.
Yeah, create transform. Yeah, here, okay, yes, this one. So first is curated layer where we are, okay, passing this.
So here in the source entities, we are just selecting the required sources which you need for that. Okay. Then here in the target layer, it's up to you. If you want to push it to the curated, then fine, or if you want to push it to the serving, then you can push it to the serving layer after applying join. If you want to push it to the serving, then also it's fine.
Okay, and the full replace is whenever the job runs, then this replace the target table.
Correct.
Okay.
Snapshot from the source to the target for these tables, for the selected tables. Yeah.
Okay. So understood, Sandeep. So in the final layer, when we for the Power BI, is there a final table or is there multiple versions of the table? I mean,
no. There is going to be a one table. So it's suppose if you now this is a role assigned, right? So you can push it to the final table. You can apply transformation on this table only, whatever the transform which is generated, right? You can keep it as a reference only one table, no multiple tables, because all the multiple tables you combined here in the curation. So here you combined all, right? So output will be putting it to a single table. This is the final table for you.
Understood. So like every month the job runs, and when job will be running, and then each month snapshot will get combined in the single level of query in main table of roles entity.
Yeah, it's even suppose for your data, like this is a workflow. See, there is a section in the Databricks page, you can even schedule, right? So for the tables which already worked on, you can schedule, right? So in the job runs, you can create your own workflow for those tables. Suppose in your case, you don't in staging, you don't want to run again and again these. You should not, like, you are not supposed to do it, right? Look again the repetitive activities. So to automate that, there is a workflow in the Databricks level. It is similar to the job how we have in our SQL. It will just create a job, and you can just add that notebook here which you want to. Suppose now in the staging for all these 5 you want to make a automation, then you can select those notebooks source path here. So let me add some schedule. Okay,
I mean, I was thinking to have a similar architecture I'm currently having in the like Power BI, where all the previous month files and now next month get append in each month it gets append with the timestamp. The timestamp I think we can also
it's there already. Yeah.
okay.
Timestamp, we already have that actually. In the staging layer also you can see that when you push the notebook to the target, right, or in the raw layer, it will already, based on the timestamp when that notebook is executed, based on that is already stored in the data lake, the storage container. But if you want to schedule that, then there is an option in the Databricks to schedule it actually. So this is the section workflow jobs, and you can, yeah, in the path you can select the notebook which you want to schedule, so that you no need to run it manually and avoid running manually. Suppose I want to schedule some notebook from here, Databricks, suppose say something from curated. I'm not sure this is not it. Take the, for scheduling you just take the one which is working perfectly, all right, otherwise the schedules will be keep on failing, right? So this is the cluster. Here you can change, you can keep it to the job cluster, or you can change it to the cluster you want through which it will run. Okay, and dependent libraries, HDP data library, there is a path for HDP data library, you can just add that. Yeah, okay. From the cluster, though it is running from the cluster, it won't require. So if you are running from the job cluster, you can, so you can add the email, your email, and you can also click on this success or failure notification. If you want notification to your email, you can add your email. Okay, so as soon as and retries also you can do. Suppose if there is any connection issues, then usually we add in the jobs also, right, in the SQL jobs also for retries. So you can just mention how many times if you want to retry, then you can just add it and then create it. So after creating, it will, you know, you can even schedule this based on your this is a workflow, right? You can even schedule the workflow. There is a scheduling option for the created notebook. Schedule and triggers, once you create, it will just create like this, and here you can add a trigger or schedule it. Okay, or continuous. Okay, schedule trigger continuous. Yeah, so you can even explore. So if you want to schedule your notebook, any of the notebook and the data. Understood. So okay, understood. So this is the job part, and this this automatically triggering yeah, for like based on your, yeah, based on the like date, like let's say fifth date of each month, so it automatically will run on 5th. Yeah. But will it append the data or replace the data? Based on the selection which you done while creating the notebook. Suppose if it is a full replace, then of course it is a snapshot of that current data only. It's like whatever the data which is available in the source, the same will be available in the target. If it is created with the full replace. Okay, full replace is not append, if I'm correctly understanding. No, it don't append. It is a whatever, so it's a snapshot. Snapshot, if it is in the source, if it is in the source one day data, then the same data will come out here. Yeah. Okay. So
how we will get the in the final query, how we will get the append how can I implement the append load.
Delta load you want to say, yeah. So there is
Yes,
an option for delta load also, along with the full replace in the widget. You see there is an option, alright. So you need to select those options while creating the notebook, which is I think I stopped my screen. So here are the options actually. So you need to select based on the partition replace or the merge on primary key, and in that merge driver. So it will give based on the which it's now this many based for which table you want to have a increment load. Suppose this based on this, and you have to define in case of merge on primary key in your target also. No, you have to define the key column for that. Yeah, based on that it will do a when you run the next time it will do a based on that column append the data based on that. It's a delta load. What you can say, upsert, update or insert.
Update it. Yeah.
So these are the options for that. If you want to partition based on that data, then particular column, how usually this one we go for the fact table. Suppose if you have any fact table, then if you want to partition with respect to year or month, then we can use. Otherwise this merge on primary key and burst driver would give you incremental load or delta load, we can say.
Okay. Tariq, I think we need delta load, if I'm correct, like a snapshot of each month of these tables.
Yes, exactly. A monthly, a snapshot will be monthly, but the upload might be weekly.
Okay.
But yeah, the snapshot will be monthly to have a comparison, exactly.
Okay. Understood. Understood. So okay, I'll try Sandeep with these tables and query provided by Tariq, and
yeah, you can
in
start
case
and
of an issue.
Yeah, you can bring us. Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Sandeep.
Thanks. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.